We move on now to another performer, this time Jacky Zhang, who's going to play for us another etude, but this time by Liszt, and it's named Mazeppa. We'll discuss that later. So over to you, Jacky. Thank you. bravo, Jacky. Really, bravo. Really, really well done. And it's a tremendous tour de force. And to learn something like that and to play something like that when you're only 12, is that right? 12, my goodness me. Is amazing. And I'm sure the audience watching this will agree that that was quite some performance, and really you got to grips with this very difficult. I mean, I think most people acknowledge that this is probably the, if not the, one of the most difficult of the Liszt etudes. So, you know, for you to tackle that now is fantastic. How long have you been working on that?
About 3 or 4 months.
Okay, so not that long really. Oh. So very good anyway, very good. Do you know anything, why is it called Mazeppa? Do you know?
It's like a story about this Count Mazeppa. I think he was tied onto a horse.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody didn't like him. So they stuck him on a horse, didn't they? And they had to run around all over the place with this wild horse that went crazy. Yes, that's right. And there is a slow section. What do you think the slow section is in the middle? What do you think that says?
Probably the night, or like just getting more calm.
Getting a bit more calm, yeah. Maybe a love theme there somewhere as well. There may be a little bit. So he's probably thinking that. But at the end, what happens at the end?
I think it like gets to the king.
He does. That's right. He rises to be the king. Yes, that's right. He comes to be the king. So very triumphant at the end, which is really something. So it's wild horses basically. It's this wild horse that's jumping all over the place and obviously trying to buck. You know what that means, don't you? If a horse bucks, to try to throw the person off the back, which is really very miserable and really difficult to play. Now, I would say you've got a really good idea of this, as I said when we started off. I think what we could do with is a little bit more clarity. It feels sometimes, I feel it's like, and it's difficult, you know, because we have a very big piano. It's a wonderful piano. Yeah, don't get an instrument like this every day to play. So you can really explore, you know, all the levels, the various levels of dynamics, but also you can also get a little bit more clarity in here. Now, it's not a very, very big room, but it's big enough, and it's certainly, we always have to adapt to, don't we, to whatever room we're into. So we have to, if we want it to be clearer, we have to listen even more. Where do you think it could be clearer? Where do you think I'm talking about?
I think at the start.
Yeah. Dagga, dagga, dagga. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yes, that's right. Because that's really difficult to do. Just play that for our audience. Just the in and thirds notes. Yeah. Right. Okay. Good. That's great. Now it says sempre fortissimo and con strepito. What does con strepito mean?
Force.
With noise, yes, it's sort of boisterously noisy, yes, that's right, with force. It does mean that. However, there is a tiny little thing which is a little crescendo, which we need to just do through those chords. Now, if we can think of them as each one going to the top chord, da-da-da-da-da-da, towards the top of that, instead at the moment they sound a little bit even. And also, when we have the chords on the outside, these are our kind of pillars, aren't they? These big pillars outside. Bum, da-da-da-da-da-dim, da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dim, da-da-da. Those, that comes out of the sound of the big chord. So you've got a loud chord, then I wouldn't play it quite so loudly in the middle so that you can really hear it with a crescendo. Da-da-da-da-da. Your attack is very good, but it's all on one level. It doesn't go up and down. So let's just start from that, shall we? Right, now, what am I going to say now?
Less gap.
Yeah, I am, that's right, you know already. With less gap, that's exactly right, less gap. Dim da 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 dim da 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 dum da da, because you're trying so hard with the crescendo, but then you take too much time, so that's right. That's it. Okay, well done. That's a big play, just that opening in itself. And the other thing that you need to be really fit, don't you? When you're jumping in and out. I mean, you're just a puppy, so you can do this, no problem. We've got lots of energy there. But you need to really, really think da 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 da, athletic. Really, just not. And of course, your eye has to be very good too, so you have to see exactly where you're going. But you could use your arms just open a little bit more when you go to play your chords. Da 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 da, ding, without stopping. Oh, what does she want? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, good. Bravo, that was great. As I'm shouting at you all through all this, you could hear, and you did, and you responded very well by opening just a little, making a little bit more gap between your arm and your body so that you got even more weight. So that was terrific, and it was also very well played, very well played. I wonder, just going back on that, the cadenza at the beginning. What do you think is happening here in the story?
The horse is starting.
Yeah, sort of rearing up to go, right? Not quite sure where to go, right? That's exactly right. So it's a little bit more. I think it's got to come from a lower point. This kind of up and down in dynamics, and then it arrives on there, and then it's really knows it definitely wants this thing off its back. Yeah? So that's right. Let's just try that. Let's do from the opening. Okay, Jacky, I'm going to make you even more. That was very good. Can you please rip off the top note? But yeah, and ping with his finger so that we really, yeah. That was much more exciting because it had more of it. It was a little bit cautious the first time round. Yeah, you've got to be very, very brave when you play this music. And actually, if you play a few wrong notes, it doesn't matter. You know, it does when you're practicing, but it doesn't matter in performance. You know, the most important thing is that you really get the spirit of this music, which is incredibly passionate and big. Very good. Okay, that's very good. All of that is excellent. I'm just thinking about the middle section. I would like to get that a little bit more beautiful. It felt a little bit stop, start, stop, go. You know, when you go out in the road and you see somebody, they've got a red and a green thing, it's stop, right, and go, right, stop. It felt a bit like that. I just wanted to just move a little bit more. Can we just do into it, perhaps, with the octaves? Those are very exciting. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da, yeah? Yeah, those last three, sorry to stop. Those last three, you played da, da, da. I don't feel anything in those. I think I should feel dim, pum, pum. It's like setting the scene, opening the page for the next chapter. So I want to feel all the way through those, not just play them one after the other, as if I've just got to fill in the notes. Huh? No, bum, pum, pum. Then wait. So connect them a bit better. Yep. Yeah, same again. possible, I know it's really hard because you've got a lot of notes in the right hand. If it's possible, just to be a little bit more marcato in the left, just the melody. Yes, really pierce. Good, very good, Jacky. Very good. Yeah, okay. To me, the colour sounds changes there because of the harmony, yeah? So you know about that. So I think you... It's a little bit more, a little bit less at that moment. So you could change the colour, please? Once again, from there. Very good. Colour. Nice. Going on. Keep going. Nice. Hold again. Exactly. Now come from nowhere. Okay, lovely. That's so much better. So it needs just a little bit more atmosphere and a little bit more. Perhaps it was a little bit too stop-go still. Could still just have a little bit more. You know, one has to be careful that we don't let every 4-bar phrase sit down to da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-dee-da-dum. It's just like you need a huge breath intake. And you do need some breath, but not too much, because otherwise the music sags a bit and it goes down. But otherwise it was fine. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful sound. The marcato sound was much better at that moment, which is great. I love this. What I love about this left hand here is that you're really voicing the underneath chords and we're hearing that crescendo through, which is fantastic. It's so difficult to do. Bravo. Really, really good. Really good. Okay, and then we get all over, and I just want to look at the end a little bit. You have a little bit of, what would you say this little solo here is? What's it like?
Recitative.
Recitative, thank you very much, yes. It is exactly like recitative. So it has to sing, has to have, it's like, it's a sort of declamation. You said, bah, here I am. And then it's very dramatic, all of this. I think, and the other thing I would say about the ending, just because we're going to finish now, but just before we play this vivace ending, I think we could probably, again, not be so loud here, but be big, very big on that bottom chord. Da, and then out of that sound, so you use the piano, not to just bang that, but use the sound to find it from this chord. Da-da-ya-dee-da-da-dee-da-da. It's more exciting. It doesn't have to be, even though it says sort of, you know, fortissimo. It doesn't have to be all blanket loud. It's a bit like if you've got, you need to be able to see through the sound. It's like looking through the black here. It's not like this black, which you can't see through, but that black you can. It needs to be more like that one. So it's a bit more see through the sound. All right? Okay, so let's just do, maybe we can just go back onto that. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yes. I wouldn't start that quite so loudly. Where are you? Yeah. the very last one. You know, there's a massive climax there. It needs to be big. And then you can get all your weight behind the very last octaves. That was very good. I like that a lot. Just once more. Da-dum, ba-dim. Yeah. Da-dum, ba-dim, da-dum. Keep that note alive. Let it die. Say, oh yes, I've finished that. Is that okay? No! Just play me the last one! Alive. Exactly. And that's it, right to the very end. Bravo, Jacky. Thank you very much indeed. Really great. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's small presentation of a masterclass with our two very, very talented young pianists, and look forward to the rest of the afternoon.